Hi again, everybody, and welcome to this edition of First Person, again sponsored by the Precision Strip Company in Minster, Ohio. Generations of service to that Auglaize County community in Minster and New Bremen, and a great place to work. As we always say, they're looking for good people, and they may be looking for you. Check them out, a great place to start or finish your career, the Precision Strip Company in Minster. One of the really neat high school football stories in the area this year have been the Coldwater Cavaliers. Not that you haven't had success for years, but this has been that year where with Chip Otten and Jake Hemmelgarn, I think a lot of people questioned how can you, and I myself said, how can you graduate 22 and 25 and 26 seniors year after year after year and still have enough to come back and have the kind of year that you've had, Coach. And congratulations on the start. We said 7-1 as we filmed that this week, but this has been, as I said, really one of the great stories.
Yeah, well, good. Thanks for having us first, Sonny. And yeah, it's been we didn't really have I don't know, we didn't have high expectations or necessarily low. Although our expectations are, you know, you put the kids together, put the group together, and see what they can do. And like you said, we only had a couple returning guys that had played a lot, but we knew we had some really good skill guys coming. And of course, two spots that were in question were our quarterback and our O-line. And so we had some guys that really worked hard all winter long. And so the O-line has been really solid for us. I wouldn't say they're a great O-line, but they're getting the job done. They're getting people's way, and then they're really smart kids, and they're working really hard. And then of course, you know, Jake has done a great job at quarterback. He's throwing 70%, close to 70%, which is incredible. And you can never underestimate the mental part of being a quarterback. And, you know, everybody say, "Ah, Jake can't. He's too small. He's too light. He's too this. He's too that." And you know, I think our JVs were, I don't know, they were close to undefeated last year, and Jake was that guy, and so he deserved that shot and has proven that he can do it.
I want to talk a little bit about, and this is a cliche terminology that people say, a game that turns your season. Whether it's in the beginning of the season, the middle of the season, or sometimes it's in week 10, but the game that you had with Clinton Massey, the Division IV semifinalist last year, or runners-up last year, I should say, a team that beat you on the road down there last year, returns 9 starters, much bigger, got the 2 big running backs, and frankly, on our picks page, I picked them to win. I'm sure you remember that, and you came in here and dinked them and dunked them a little bit with your skilled players, and then Jake stuck one down the stovepipe to Will Broering and got ahead of them and really put them on their heels. Masterful job of coaching, and really I think the game that may have turned this season in your favor, because we can play after all.
Yeah, you know, when you play a good team like that, and then like you said, they got us last year, that was a huge game at home, and like you said, they came in. I think they maybe felt like probably that they could just really pound us, and they did run the ball well. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they were quite as good defensively as last year. They had a couple pieces. Their safety was a great player, and they had a middle linebacker that was a great player. And we really did a good job and Jake did a great job of mixing it up, throwing in different guys, and we got the run game going a little bit. And like you say, that game really showed us, I think, and gave our kids confidence to say, hey, we can do this thing. That's a good football team. And like I said, they were Division IV runners-up, and they're 7 and same as us. I guess they're 7-1 at this point in the season. So they've showed that they're a good ball club.
Kids said, yeah, we're better than Sonny said we were.
Yeah, how about that?
You know, Jake Hemmelgarn, our guest here on the right, Chip Otten, the head coach of the Coldwater Cavaliers this week on First Person. Every coach dreams about having that quarterback. All of them talk about a guy that can come out and lead on the field. And to your credit, as he said, you did it in JV last year. Not everybody can take it from one year to the next the way you have, but congratulations on the start that you've had.
Thank you. It's just been fun out there, and have great teammates around me to help, like, make me more comfortable, and got lines playing good, so it's just made it easier on myself.
You really got some nice numbers going for you. I was looking, I did my homework here before we came in. You're hitting about 71% efficiency this year. I think 137 of 190 attempts, got 21 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions. And ironically, you're the second leading rusher on the team as well. But the question I always have for guys like you is, when did you know you were going to be the leader of this team? And was it in the spring, in the summer? Was it in fall camp? When did you figure it out?
I think going in the summer, I knew I wasn't going to be able to just walk in and take it, and I had to show the coaches that I can be the quarterback and help make good decisions and help lead the team by both vocally and showing how I can lead too.
You know, you've talked to me all year long about, I got a lot of help. You've talked about your offensive line, you talked about your skill position players, and it's a luxury for you to have 5 guys that you can put out there in the field and throw it to all 5 of them, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Especially we got Jacob running back now, who's a big part of our offense last year, so it's good that he's healthy. And Cole was playing his freshman year, and then Quinn, now he's back, and that was huge for us. And then Noah Miller's a great guy to have in the slot, and then having our 2 running backs back there just helps out. And then our line's been playing great all year. So. And
everybody catches the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody here catches the ball. Let me ask you this. I don't know if he weighs 140 pounds. I mean, I've got socks that weigh as much as he does. I haven't seen Jake Hemmelgarn's got like 350 yards rushing this year. I've never seen anybody really get a good, clean shot at him. He's very quick, very elusive back there, and very heady as a runner as well.
Yeah, you know, he's got that, like I told you before, you can never underestimate the mental part of it. And as you look at Jake, like you said, that you think he can't be very fast because he don't have a big butt and all those muscles and all that kind of stuff, but he's a lot faster than what everybody thinks, and he's quicker than everybody thinks. And then you throw that mental part of just being aware of people. I know his dad always talks about, you can kind of tell when sometimes quarterbacks see 11 guys over there, and some guys see like 25 of them running around, and he has a way of keeping his poise and kind of being aware of where everyone is. And then you throw that sneaky speed in there, and he's made a lot of yards with that quickness and with some quarterback draws, things like that.
I don't want to miss this part about it too. There's some guys that play quarterback, and then there's kind of some guys that have fun playing quarterback. You give me the impression that you have fun playing quarterback.
Oh yeah, it's a blast out there just being with your teammates and just making plays, so that's a lot of fun.
But you also, it looks like it's fun just making people miss. You know, hit me if you can, but you know, there's a lot of things going on back here, and I got a lot of options.
Oh yeah, just whenever you make somebody miss, it's just a good feeling that, you know, you got by somebody and just extend the play and either find open people or just get more yards.
We talked about, Chip, the fact that this has not been a characteristic football roster for you this year, and your defense kind of bears that out a little bit. You've been one of those bend but don't break type teams all year, and it's worked for you.
Yeah, the defense has figured it out about every week. You know, we seem to get off to a few rough starts.
Because you've given up some yards.
Yeah, we give up a lot of rushing yards, but like you said, we've bent, but find a way to get a stop there. You know, Clinton Massey was a great example. I think they did they score? I think the first drive, I can't remember if they scored for sure, but they had a long drive, and then
they fumbled on the first drive.
I guess they did fumble on that first drive, and it's like, whew, here we go. And so we've had quite a few drives like that where we've got stops, and a couple of the games were like, here we need to stop for recovery. They had run the ball really well against us. They had a third and 3 on our 28-yard line, I think, to ice the game. And we're down 10 with 5 minutes to go, and Ben Wenning made 2 great plays in a row, and you know, Jake and the offense got her going there in that last 4 minutes and got 2 touchdowns. And so, like you say, you know, we haven't been a huge 3-and-out team. It's been a lot of work, and really we're playing one kid over 200 pounds on defense. So. You know, with those big O-lines that we're facing, and with Anna had a big O-line for recovery, and of course Massey, and so it's tough in there for our guys.
You're going to see 2 teams to finish the year coming up. You got St. Henry this week, you got Marion next week, just the marquee games in all of Division VI football. It's pretty neat to have that at the end of the year. Great way to finish your year and something really to work toward.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun playing these 2 good teams that help prepare.
Because most of them are your cousins.
Yeah, they are. So it'll be fun to play against those guys and just get ready for playoffs for all the other teams to come.
And Chip, I know I don't have to tell you this. I just mentioned marquee games, but I mean these are games that are what the MAC conference is all about. When it's Coldwater and St. Henry and Coldwater and Marion.
Absolutely, and you know, look down the road, we might have to do it twice.
Yeah.
Maybe both of them if we can continue. But it's a conference that gets you ready for the playoffs, and like you said, these guys they all know each other. They play baseball against each other. They play basketball against each other. I'm sure eventually they'll hang out together at college and probably get married to their classmates. And so it's a lot of fun because when you're out there, it's a battle, and then when it's over, and talk about it, and so it really makes it in these last two games, being these last two, and it just makes it everybody's focused on everybody's on edge a little bit. Everybody gets focused, and it makes it fun for everybody.
The state will be watching. The whole state, Division 6, is going to be watching because everybody knows about MAC football, and here it comes at its best this week at St. Henry for you guys, and with Marion again next week. Congratulations. Thanks again for your time.
Thanks for having us.
Stay healthy. And that wraps up this edition of First Person, again sponsored by the Precision Strip Company in Minster. Check them out. A great place to work, to start a career or finish one. They may be looking for you. On behalf of the sponsors and Coach Otten and Jake Hemmelgarn, we thank you for what your support means to us, for what we do each week on PressProsMagazine.com, and we'll see you again next time with another edition of First Person. Have a great weekend.